But we know whatsoever you are doing this morning is very, very important to you. But I want to advise, if you have your time, to come closer here, to take a closer look at all the plans you see will display here. You will see that they are all common plans and you see them every day. But if somebody didn't come out like this to tell you about them, when they say sanitation, you cut them down because you lack the knowledge on them. So bringing them here out this morning, we didn't bring them out for sale. We'll bring them out like this to educate the entire public, to teach the public on how you at home, you can go back home, you prepare the plans, you treat yourself at home without spending money from your pockets. And the good news is that you are not coming here to buy any of them. We are not selling them. You are not coming here to pay money to learn about them. Why? Because the program on the teaching has already been sponsored already. All you need to do is your time to come closer. You will use your eye to identify the plan. Use your ear to get the message. When you go back home, put the message into practice. So because of time, look at this plan. It's a very, very common plan, which I believe everybody can identify this plan. Commonly, we call this plan commonly Molanka, that's the common name. Or you call it claims viscosa. If you come across somebody back at home, maybe a friend, maybe a sister, complaining of asthma all the time, you have been battling with asthma for a very long time. Today, this morning, if you have your time, you open up your ears. Learn with me how you will prepare this plan. You treat somebody battling with asthma at home. And the good news is that you are not buying this plan. I am not selling the plan to you. If you have your time this morning to come closer, you will learn with me how you prepare this plan. You take care of asthma. And this plan is going to be the first plan we are going to talk about today. When we talk about this one, the second plan we are going to learn in fast is on. We are going to learn about this plan. It's a very, very common plan. We commonly call this plan broomweed. Why we call it broomweed? Because some people use this plan to sweep up their environment with. That's the reason why we call it broomweed. For those of you that study agriculture, they call the plan the stubborn plan. Stubborn in the sense that it is very hard to uproot the plant from the soil. But today, you learn a very simple method about this plan. If you come across somebody back at home, maybe a mom, complain of rheumatism all the time, or complain of arthritis. Sometimes you cannot bend like this because of rheumatism. You feel pain right inside the bone. Maybe you have been taking painkiller up and down. But the good news is that you are not buying the plan. When we talk about rheumatism, we are going to talk about with this same plan. If somebody complains of waist pain, that you cannot bend because of your waist. All the time you have been battling with waist pain, and the good news is that if you take a closer look at the plan, you can identify the plan. Commonly, we call this plan broomweed because some people use it to sweep their environment, or you call the plan stubborn plan. Maybe your mom can be at home now to bend down like this is a problem with her waist. Or maybe you yourself to bend like this is a problem with your knee. It's a problem with your ankle. And this plan is growing close to your house. If you have your time today, this morning, you come closer here. You use your eye to identify the plan. Use your ear to get the message. When you go back home, go and use it. It will help you back at home. When we talk about waist pain, rheumatism, we are going to talk about toilet infection. If somebody complains of white as a woman back at home, maybe you as a woman, menstruation is not coming out well because of infection. Or you as a man, you want to urinate, sometimes your urine cannot go 2 steps ahead of you. Look at the plan here. When you go home, see what you are going to do to treat that white at home. Maybe you can send your children to school. When they go to school, they'll pick infection from school and bring it home. See what you are going to use to treat that infection. Maybe white as a woman. maybe menstrual pain as a woman, see what to do. When you go home, do it the same. It's going to work the same. And the good news is that you are not buying. If you have your time, you learn. If you don't have time, you can go where you are going to. After all, it is free. I am teaching you. You are not paying me to learn. So when you reach home, see what to do to treat that infection back at home. Maybe your sister is complaining of white. Or maybe you yourself, you have been battling with that problem. Just harvest the seeds from the plant in this formula. Once you get back home, do it the same. It's going to work the same. When you reach home, harvest the seed. Then you pick up kitchen salt for toilet infection. You don't have the problem. But learn it. Should in case of tomorrow, you disinfect it with salt like this. Maybe toilet infection, maybe white is disturbing somebody that you know. When you disinfect it with salt, see how you are going to use it at home. The first plan we are going to talk about today, we are going to talk about this one. For somebody that is battling with asthma, or maybe you are battling with kidney problem, or kidney stones, you are going to learn about this plan. Or you know somebody that is battling with kidney problem, this plan is going to be the first plan we are going to lay emphasis on. When we talk about this one, the second plan we are going to lay emphasis on, we'll talk about this for waist pain, for rheumatism, for arthritis. Then we'll talk about the seed for toilet infection. See how you are going to use the seed infection back at home. When you reach home, see what you are going to do. Maybe your sister is complaining of infection, you yourself. You have been battling with that problem for a very, very long time. Just the seed out from this plan, you are going to learn with me a very simple method. How you can use the seeds. How you can use the seed. From this plan here, you treat that toilet infection at home. Maybe you are battling with toilet infection for a very long time. I will teach with me how you can use it with garlic. You treat that infection back at home. And this plan is going to be the second plan we are going to talk about this morning. When we talk about the first one, for somebody that is battling with asthma, for kidney problem, the second one we talk about waist pain, rheumatism and arthritis. Number 3, that we'll talk about this morning. We'll talk about this one for stomach ulcer. It's a very common plan, which I believe we call it a boundary tree. Because if you go to some villages, they use this plant to demarcate boundary within the nearest neighbor. Or you call this plant a peanut plant. If somebody complains of stomach ulcer back at home today, and you want to treat the ulcer, see what you are going to do. Maybe your mom is complaining of ulcer, or you yourself you have been battling with ulcer. When you reach home, see what to do at home. Just a bag from this plan. You are going to learn with me a very simple method this morning, how you can use it to treat stomach ulcer, treat chest ulcer, or maybe somebody with gastric ulcer. Just a green flesh from this plant. Maybe sometimes you feel pain from the chest right down to your back. Once we talk about waist pain, rheumatism and arthritis, we are going to talk about stomach ulcer. How you can use the back from this plant, the chlorophyll section, you treat ulcer. I am not teaching you because you have the problem. Maybe tomorrow you can come across somebody that is battling with ulcer. You are going to learn with me on how you will use the green flesh, the chlorophyll section from this plant. You treat somebody with stomach ulcer at home. But I know what is killing us here in Africa. It is shame, some ignorance. But you forget to know that shame and ignorance is a massive grave where great ideas and great thoughts are being buried. This one is going to be the third. The first plan we are going to talk about today, we are going to talk about asthma. If somebody complains of asthma, complains of kidney problem, we'll learn about this plan. That will be the first. The second plan we'll talk about is this one for rheumatism, for arthritis, and for waist pain. Number 3, we'll talk about stomach ulcer. Maybe you complain of ulcer back at home, you are going to learn about this plant. How you use just the green flesh from this plant, you treat ulcer. But if you complain of cocoa, maybe you go to toilet. Cocoa is disturbing somebody that you know back at home. When we talk about stomach ulcer, We are going to talk about cocoa with this plan. And if you come across somebody that this person is battling with pie cocoa, don't ever advise that person to go for operation. Because today, maybe your sister is complaining. If you carry the pie, you go to hospital, you don't have any option than to cut up the pie. Once you cut up your pie, you are cutting up your large intestine. Today, you will learn with me how to use just the white flesh from this cocoyam. You treat somebody with cocoa at home. Maybe you go to toilet, you want to stew blood, you want to stew flames, you stew some all the time. Sometimes your stomach will be making noise because of that cocoa. You go to toilet, you stew blood, you go to toilet, you stew flames. You have been battling with the pie for a very long time. You learn with me a very simple method how you are going to peel out the outer layer from the cocoyam. You combine together with this other plant here. You treat cocoa at home. Maybe your sister is battling with cocoa. These two plants, you are going to learn with me here and now on how you combine these two plants. You treat somebody with cocoa, and this plant is going to be the third. Let me start off the teaching. But if you come across somebody, maybe your sugar is high, or maybe your BP is high. See, this plant is a very, very common plant. I know as I am talking here, somebody have that same problem. But because of shame, when they say sanitation, you'll be the very first person to cut the plant down because the knowledge is not there. So bringing them here out today, we are not selling them. We'll bring them out to educate you on how you can use them. Look at this plant. We call this plant local sponge. It's a very common plant. When they do fence, whereby bush is very, very close to that fence, you will realize that this plant will grow. It will climb that fence, and the plant will bear fruits. The fruits will look like cucumber. When they fly, we use the inside like sponge. So we call this plant local sponge. If you somebody complain of diabetes at home, sugar is your problem. Today, this morning, you are going to learn with me how you go back home. You harvest the fruits of this plant. You bring down sugar. And the good news is that there is no how you can run away from sugar in this country. Because every day when you get up in the morning, you take cocoa. Every day, you take cocoa, you take rice. All the time, take fufu. All the time, take banku. It contains sugar. So you are going to learn how to use the fruits out from this plant. You reduce sugar. But if somebody complains of high BP, your BP is high, you are going to learn how to use the leaves. You bring down BP at home. See what you are going to do. When you reach home, do it the same. Harvest the leaf from the plant in this formula. Maybe your BP is high. Maybe your sugar is high. When you reach home, see what to do at home. When you go back home, harvest the leaves out from the plant in this formula. You reach home, do it the same. It's going to work the same. Just the leaf. Maybe sugar is high or BP is high. You don't have the problem. You know about today, you don't know about tomorrow. So see what you are going to do to take care of sugar. See how you are going to do to take care of BP. You don't have the sugar, but every day you have been battling with sugar for a very long time. Your neighbor have been battling with sugar, diabetes. Look at the plant, it's growing behind your home. When they do fence, the plant will grow. It will climb the fence. It will bear fruits. When you look at the fruits look like cucumber. When the fruit dry, we use the inside like sponge. Maybe your sister is complaining of sugar or your stomach is very, very big. You want to bring down the stomach to normal. You go to one home now, you look at the husband. The husband is pregnant. You look at the wife is pregnant. Who will put birth first, we don't know. See how you are going to bring down the tummy to come down to normal. Just the water out from this plant. You are going to learn with me this morning how you extract the water out from this plant. Look at the water here. Maybe you don't have the problem. See the plant. You might have somebody at home battling with sugar. You are going to learn about this plant. Maybe somebody is battling with BP with the first plant for waist pain. If you come across somebody that is battling with waist pain, let me start off the teaching one after another. I can bring it out. You have a phone, you want to start the teaching immediately. Look at this plan here. When you reach home, she cannot bend like this because of the 5 liters of water, a handful. After 7 days, you harvest another quantity for another 7 days. If you can take this thing for 2 weeks, maybe. But I know somebody get us because of shame. Somebody said you'll be asking a person, how are you? Fine. You'll be itching yourself. Where are you going? All the time, infection, white discharges. Harvest the seed in this formula. Get the seed for toilet infection. You as a man, that infection will make this man will not get up again in time as a man because of that infection. When you reach home, see what the seed. When you reach home, see the plan here. Look at the seed. Can you identify it? See what to do now. Then you get kitchen salt. I don't care how long you must have been battling with that problem. See what you are going to do. You add kitchen salt. When you add the kitchen salt now, see what you are going to do. You massage it for toilet infection. Maybe you get rashes. You get discharges as a woman that come out whitish with a very, very bad odor. You as a man actually meet with that woman in a room. Before you realize, the whole of that room will complain of offensive odor. And all these things are growing behind your home. I am not selling the plan to you. If you have your time, come closer and learn. Go back home, put the knowledge into practice. No knowledge in this life is a waste. We Africans, we are blessed with plenty, but we hunger in the midst of plenty. Look at this plan. If somebody complain of prostrate, you are approached 40 years as a man, you complain of prostrate, we are going to talk about this. But if somebody complain of infection, see the seed from the plant. Look at the plant here. We call the plant broomweed. If you go to some villages, they use it to sweep their environment. Or you call it stubborn plant because it is hard to uproot from the soil. Politically, it's called cedar acuta. So wash the seed in this formula. For toilet infection, you can send your children to school. They will go to school. They will pick up infection from school, bring it home. They will come and use the same toilet that you use at home. Everybody from that house will contact that infection. See how you are going to do it. When you wash it up in this formula, it is clean. How to use it now? Once it is clean, come into your market, buy garlic, fresh garlic. You peel the garlic. Count the seed from the plant 15. Then you add together with 2 pieces of garlic. Then you chew it in the morning with the garlic. Go home and try. You thank me later. Maybe itches, maybe discharges or whites. Chew the seed I'm giving you right now. Chew the seeds in this formula. When you chew it, see what I'm showing you now. So see what to do. There's the water. Then push it down. For toilet infection, for whites, for menstrual pain, for gonorrhea infection. In the morning, Harvest the seed 15, add the garlic you chew. In the evening, you do it the same, just for 7 days. But if the infection has stayed for a very long time, 2 weeks, 14 days, maybe that itches, that bacteria, that white, that discharge. But if somebody complain of stomach ulcer now, see what I want to show you. Maybe sometimes you feel pain from the chest right down to your back. I am not here because you have the problem. If you have your time, you learn. If you don't have time, you can go where you are going to. After all, it is free. I have only 45 minutes to be here. After 45 minutes, I'm going to pack them. I'll put into my bag. At the end of the day, the company that sponsored this program, which is the farm, they are the one to pay me. Look at this plant. We call it the boundary tree. Why we call it boundary tree? Some people use it to demarcate boundary within the nearest neighbor. The English name is called the peanut plant, or botanically it's called Jactopha coccus. So now if somebody complain of ulcer back at home, see what you are going to do. Maybe your sister is battling with ulcer. You yourself, you complain of ulcer. You don't have the problem, but you can teach your sister, you can teach your neighbor. Maybe ulcer is disturbing somebody that you know. Maybe chest ulcer, maybe gastric ulcer. See what you are going to do at home. When you reach home, do it the same. It's going to work the same. Get the bark from this plant. Maybe ulcer is disturbing somebody that you know. Just the bark. When you get the bark, maybe peptic ulcer or gastric ulcer is disturbing somebody that you know. Then you peel out the outer layer in this formula. When you go home, do it the same. After this, I am going to close for today. So now, when you get a bark, maybe ulcer is disturbing somebody, and if you know the knowledge of this plant the way I know it, maybe you are doing sanitation and you by mistakenly injure yourself. Blood is coming out from the wound. When you come to this plant, you cut it like this. You'll see water will come out. If you carry the water that is coming out from the plant, you put it on that wound, it will stop the blood not to come. It will heal the wound faster. If this liquid can heal wound, it can heal external wound. So look at how you can treat the ulcer back at home. Now, when you get the bag, it should be at least 5 centimeters like your finger. Then enter your market now. When you enter market, you see cabbage. You see carrot. It's vitamin A. It will look like cucumber. When the fruit dry, we use the inside like sponge. That's why we call it local sponge. We call it kucha. If somebody complains of BP, all the time BP, learn about this plant. Somebody complains of sugar, diabetes is your problem. You want to do with the fruit to take care of sugar. See how you do at home. And home now, you look at the husband, the tummy, they're very, very big. You look at the wife, the tummy, they're very, very big. You want to bring down the tummy to come down to normal. See how you are going to bring down your tummy. You want to see some people want to cross a road here. Your tummy will cross, go the other side. See how you can do it to bring down that tummy. You will see some young men with big tummy. You want to ask them one question, they will tell that they put money inside the tummy. Then they put money for tummy. Go to GN Bank, go put money there. They put money in the bank. See how you bring down your sugar at home. Maybe sugar is high. Sometimes, somebody there home now, you hold something like this. The hand will be shaking like this. They call it Parkinson's disease. See the medicine here. When you reach home, see what you are going to do. As I am talking here now, some they do fine girl, do big man. Sickness don't know who you are. See what you are going to do. Go to teaching hospital now. See your mate, they are there. When you reach home, see what to do. Get you like this. But sugar. And sugar is a very, very dangerous. We take rice every day. Cocoa, it contains sugar. Yam contains sugar. Rice, banku, every day. Somebody will take rice in the morning. Will take 1 bottle of Coke like this.